Welcome back to the GDPR and Data Protection Diaries. In this video, we're going to be looking at the recent news that Amazon has been given access to NHS information, what that means, what information they've been given access to, and whether or not I think that it really is as significant as some of the headlines that have come out have been making it out to be. As always, if you find these videos useful or you find this content interesting, please do give us a like, give us a share, give us a comment, and subscribe to the channel as well. If you have any questions or you have any comments, please do add those in the comments down below, and obviously we're happy to go through those as well. So what's been going on? Well, the last couple of days, last 2 days, The Guardian, The Independent and a number of UK newspapers have reported that the NHS has been given free access, so uncharged access through a contract with Amazon, and it's been giving Amazon access to NHS information. The first thing to point out, which seems to be quite far down in these articles, is that none of this information relates to patients. This isn't people's names, it's not people's details, and it's not information about individuals. The information is being taken from nhs.uk, which is a UK-based website provided by the NHS that allows people to go on and look at a range of symptoms and assess whether or not they may be suffering from a particular ailment, and gives advice and guidance on what they can do. The other thing to point out here is that information is actually freely available to use by organisations within the UK, and they don't have to have a contract in place to do that. They can take that information from the website and they can repurpose it as long as they're not selling it. It doesn't allow for that information to be shared with companies outside of the UK, which is why Amazon have a specific agreement in place with the NHS to allow them access to this. This information is being used by Alexa to allow people to address potential ailments, or to look at information and to get guidance on what kind of treatment they could use, or whether or not they need to ring the NHS, or whether they need to go and see their GP. So in my view, what they're trying to do is sensible. People with accessibility challenges, people that aren't very good with technology and can't get onto websites, it's a good way for them to use Alexa, and people are using this technology more and more. One of the other benefits of this, if it is done properly, is that obviously it can reduce the number of people visiting their GPs, reduce the number of people visiting local pharmacies, and allow people to self-treat. The concerns here are, of course, that in addition to the information available on nhs.uk, there's a number of other things that have been highlighted in the contract that's come out through a freedom of information request that talks about actually the access to common symptoms, causes, and potential options of diagnosis. Again, these aren't related to specific individuals. These are just generic bits of information, but combined together with information that Amazon potentially knows about people. Could that be useful? Potentially, yes. Personally, I think the benefits to the public probably outweigh the benefits to Amazon, but obviously we do need to be aware that big corporate giants like Amazon do have a monopoly on these sorts of things, and with their resources and the information that they already hold, there is potential that maybe they can pull that together and make something out of it. What benefit there would be of that to them at this stage, I can't see it. So I do think it's a good service to be on offer. For me, the real key thing here is that I think this has been blown out of proportion. This is one of those opportunities, especially in the run-up to an election, where people use it to sort of have a bit of a dig at each other and dig at different parties. I agree that actually it's not necessarily about the data sharing. One of the privacy rights groups has already said this. It's not about the data sharing, it's about the transparency. It's about the fact they haven't been as open as they probably could have been. But this is an organisation, this is the NHS, that is struggling financially, is in particularly dire straits, and is looking for solutions and options to make not only their life easier, but the life of patients easier. So I think when you take it in that vein, I don't think it's a significant issue, but I do agree it could have been dealt with better. Anyway, that's all I wanted to cover off today. As always, if you find this video useful or interesting, please do give us a like, give us a comment, give us a share. Let us know your thoughts down below, and you'll see a subscribe link for the channel up here as well. But that's it from me today, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Thanks very much.